Hey guys, welcome back. It is the last day of the week, and every Friday, on Friday the 13th, dun, 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 2014, there's nothing really scary about the list we're doing today.
So there's nothing we don't do the same thing every Friday, right?
Nope.
It's new every week. It's
I mean, yeah, but it's the same segment. We're always doing the best of, because we're the best at it. Woo, yeah. So this week we decided to talk about something that we enjoy, because we're adults. And we rather
an adult beverage now and
occasionally we like to have adult beverages. So figured,
what is an adult beverage?
Well, an adult beverage is a beverage that has some form of boozamahol in it.
Boozamahol?
Boozamahol. It's a technical term that could mean booze or alcohol or boozamahol.
Beats the hell out of synthetic alcohol.
I'm just saying, it'll get you drunk.
Uh-oh. Now.
So we got a top 5 for you, and I'm going to let you roll on into what your 5th one is.
All right. I guess I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
I'll go first. These are, again, no particular order. That's how we do it.
Actually, I would like to do this in a particular order.
Oh, well.
I would like to do this in an order of...
of drunkie?
I want to, yeah.
Okay,
I want to, maybe I want to have one.
All right, fair enough.
From 0 to, it'll get you drunk. You'll be
right.
fucking fat bitches in no time.
Put your goggles on.
Okay,
it's getting
all
real.
right.
It's getting real up in here. All right, so if that's where we're going to start, I'm going to start off with Guinness, because beer is not immediately to get you drunk.
Absolutely not. Beer is a sipping, have it with dinner.
Now, I like Guinness. I've been a long-time Guinness drinker, although I have to admit I don't drink it as much as I used to because it's very, very filling, and my stomach's very, very small.
It's legit liquid bread.
It is. Well, you have to understand, when Guinness was created by the Vikings in 1400 and
They needed constant calories and for
beer in general, right? Before America, beer in general was not built for entertainment. It was created as a form of sustenance because it was something you could keep with you for long periods of time.
And not die because you'd still have calories and carbs.
So Guinness is full of protein and carbohydrates and, well,
it's delicious.
It's a liquid loaf of bread.
Sweet gold deliciousness.
It really is, especially when it's poured correctly.
Yeah.
Now, there is a story about Guinness. Do you know Guinness specifically was created, it was an accident.
Oh, I did know that Guinness was created completely by accident.
It was a bad brew. They sold it anyway because they figured we'll
people
discount it.
it.
They sold it. Yeah. Mistakes, by the way. People always say that. Like, see, Guinness is crap because it was an accident. There's a lot of mistakes, like penicillin, that aren't bad people, and Guinness is one of them. So stop it.
Agreed. Now, I also wanted to go ahead and put a beer on the list.
I figured, since you were going in order of drunkie.
Absolutely. And this is the beer that you will constantly find me drinking. If I'm just going to someplace, 90% of the time, if they have it, this is what I'm drinking.
Is it Busch Light?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not Busch Light. It is actually Killian's Irish Red. If I'm going to drink a beer, and I'm going to drink it out of a bottle, I love Killian's Irish Red.
So that's one thing you and I differ on. You will never find me drinking beer out of a bottle or a can.
Okay, you're a pint guy.
Even if it comes to my table in one of those two forms.
You have to drink it out of a pint glass.
I pour it.
And see, I refuse to put it in a glass unless it's actually coming out of a tap.
Nope.
But the reason that I like Killian's, now, I can't necessarily say that I still love Killian's because I don't, because they got purchased by, I want to say it was Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch.
Well, if they got purchased by Anheuser-Busch,
they changed the formula.
Well, it's not that it changed the formula. Anheuser-Busch, about, was it 2 years ago, I think, started buying different hops.
Okay. And that's about when everything changed.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely tell from the taste.
So here's the thing, and here's the interesting thing about that. It's probably not that the flavor changed. You're probably I think it's 1 in 15. Does it give you a weird headache?
Nope.
So
it does if I have like 12 of them the next day. I mean,
like, seriously, our friend Ted, for example, and his wife, neither one can drink the newer Yuenglings or Budweisers or Killians for that reason, because it gives them like a little mini beer migraine.
Yeah. And see, I've never experienced that. I literally it tastes different to me.
Well, no,
and I noticed it before
hop,
someone had mentioned it to me as well. And I was like, does this taste? Because I just thought maybe, hey, I got a bad batch or something like that.
Or your taste changed. But your taste probably didn't change. It's the beer.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So what's your second one?
All right.
I assume it's another beer, right?
We're gonna stick with beer just because.
Because you can have a drinking beer, but then you can have a I'm gonna get drunk beer.
But this beer, by the way, is a I'm gonna get drunk beer. And when I say this name out loud, you're gonna giggle. Off stage, somebody's gonna giggle because this is always. Every time I order one of these, people are like, that's a girl's beer.
God, I hope it's O'Malley's penises in a can. Because that's what I would giggle at.
Stella.
You're such a girl.
See? Every time. Now, here's the thing. Stella is one of the highest proof beers you will find on tap.
It also tastes like pee-pee.
Anywhere. It does not.
It does to me. I don't know.
Oh, God, it's amazing. Stella's actually my favorite beer.
If I want to drink wine, which I never do,
and I say that
I'll
I
get
love
wine.
Guinness, and I love Guinness. It doesn't taste like wine. Ugh. I like Stella. And one of the other drinks that I will mention later on my list, and I drink them together a lot, and it's yummy.
Yeah.
And it needs to be given, and here's the other reason I like Stella, and this is the girl part. This is why people call it a girl beer. You get it in a chalice!
I know you do.
And there's 2 chalice sizes. There's 32 and 40s. And I was at a bar in Vegas, and she switched the chalices on me. The bartender
didn't tell you.
And didn't tell me. And
Whoops.
went from the 32 to the 40. And you know...
That extra 8 ounces will really do you in. Especially for him.
Yeah. So I had like 5 of them, and I was like... behind.
Talking was difficult to that. So I've got another beer on my list as well.
All right.
The beer on my list is pretty much anything from the Magic Hat Brewery.
Okay.
Almost anything from the Magic Hat Brewery. Now, some of their fruitier stuff, give and take. Their seasonal stuff is generally really good. But as far as a classic, I just want this beer, Magic Hat No. 9 is to this day one of my favorite beers of all time. It's got an awesome taste to it. It's got the perfect bite, and coming out of a tap cold, there's nothing like it.
Especially good taps. This is a thing for you bar people out there. I mean, people who own bars, not people who go
Clean
to
your
bars.
damn taps.
Clean your taps. Turbo taps. Pay the money and get turbo taps in because they serve the beer at 28 degrees and they fill from the bottom and they fill faster.
So good. It's awesome.
I don't mean to be a beer snob, but I drink Guinness and Stella, and I guess I'm a beer snob.
A little bit.
So
what's your third thing?
Leaving beer. Getting into the drunkie. So this is my favorite drink to make, actually.
Which I believe that you made these when we had a dinner.
Yes.
A dinner night
a couple months ago. We need to do that again.
We should do that again.
We've been putting that off because we had some schedules.
We don't have a cook for anybody at this point. Everyone's like, I'm gonna cook, and then they don't cook.
Well, yeah, I know. I'll cook again.
I mean, I get it. I mean, people got life
I'll
stuff.
cook
But
again.
anyways, what's your drink?
A blue sapphire martini.
Okay, you want to tell me the ingredients for this?
So it's so first of all, no, I'm gonna wait for what I was about to say until you give me one of yours. A martini is a couple of things. It's gin and it's not shaken.
Well, see, that's where mine comes in, and he happens to know what mine is.
Yeah.
For a mixed drink, I like the James Bond,
Dirty,
the
shaken, not
AKA
stirred.
Ian Fleming,
No.
the AKA Dirty Martini shaken,
So,
not
first
stirred,
of
and
all,
it's made with vodka.
Right. So, in my opinion, the reason they have to call it a vodka martini is because it's not a martini. When you say I want a martini, you don't have to say I want a gin martini.
Yeah, because that just. But if I was to say I want a gin martini, that just sounds weird. Even if it was,
that's what a martini is.
But I mean, but if my thing is, even if a martini was like, if we weren't arguing whether it was gin or vodka, I would always still say vodka martini because that's how it sounds to me. Like it's supposed to be that way.
It's wrong. All right, so you asked what was in it. Very simple to make a martini, folks. And
It is really
a blue
easy.
martini. The reason it's called a blue martini
Blue gin.
is because I use blue gin. Now, if you want to make a high dollar martini, not a blue martini, I use blue sapphire.
Yeah.
But if you want to make a true high dollar martini,
Tanqueray.
yes, get yourself a
And
bottle.
Tanqueray is delicious.
Get yourself a bottle of Tanqueray. But here's what you do with a martini, and I'm going to tell you first why you don't shake a martini, why you stir it.
Yeah.
When you shake a beverage, you aerate the
Sonora.
beverage. You understand that's why you do it. That's the whole purpose of that. You don't even actually stir a martini if it's done correctly. Because the only thing that you would ever need to stir is the ice to chill it. That should be the only thing you're doing. So what you do is you take your martini glass, and first of all, if you go to a bar and you order a martini and it does not come to you in a martini glass, you send it back and you do not pay for it. Seriously, that's
legit.
I'm not even.
If they don't bring it to you in a martini glass, you better be fighting with
somebody. You have to understand. When I had this dinner party, I couldn't find my martini glasses.
Which we actually found.
Yeah, I know. I was so mad. But I ran down to the Pottery Barn and bought like 8 martini glasses for like $1.50 each, which is amazing.
Great
price.
deal.
So what you do is you coat the martini glass. Take about a 1/4 ounce of vermouth, and you coat the martini glass in vermouth and pour whatever's left out. And the reason that you coat that martini glass, and this is why you don't shake the damn vermouth in with the gin or the vodka or whatever it is, 2 reasons. One, it comes out cloudy because you're aerating it. Martinis are supposed to be crystal clear.
Unless they're dirty.
Well, that's the other thing. Martinis are never supposed to be dirty. Stop putting olive...
It's delicious, and don't listen to this man. Fine, before we argue about this,
Stop putting olive juice in your martini. Olives, yes.
I know
juice, no.
I know that we had something that we disagreed on, but our next one was actually something that we did agree on.
1, 2, 3.
Fireball. It is the best shot, period. And you didn't really get it for cheap.
It is a cinnamon cookie for your mouth.
It is delicious. It's like Red Hots, but it'll get you drunk.
And by drunk,
real drunk.
Oh, so you guys have all know by now. I had weight loss surgery. We've had that conversation, so I'm skipping past that, and I'm going to straight to the Fireball and why I like Fireball. Because I don't need 2 things.
0 to drunk like that. I've seen it.
0 to drunk like before the glass hits the table.
Oh, it feels so woo.
I was like, woo, baby. The other reason I like it, I don't get to eat candy anymore because...
But you get that taste of the cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you it's a low-calorie thing.
Oh, God, no.
It's basically sugar.
Yeah.
It is basically alcohol sugar.
And so I do have to be careful, but and I mix it with Stella, and I don't mean in the same glass, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so you understand. You can't just drink shots. You have to find a beer, and for me, my favorite beer companion to Fireball is Stella. My second favorite, which was my honorable mention, I'm gonna go ahead and mention now, is Yuengling. I'm a Yuengling guy. I'm from Pennsylvania. It's the oldest brewery in the United States, and it's damn good
And they
beer.
actually don't jack with their formulas because their light beer is the best light beer out there on the market.
I like their black and tan.
And their light beer, 99 calories. That's impressive for a dude who's all about being healthy and stuff.
As we're talking about like adult beverages.
Anyways,
the sweet
Fireball. The best thing about it is there's multiple kinds. Now the thing is, it is pretty high in alcohol volume.
It's whiskey. Just so you guys don't know, it's cinnamon whiskey.
It's not full on 80,
right?
But it's about what Jaeger will run you.
And so it's not Jaeger, so it's got that going for it.
It's not Jaeger. It's not anything like Goldschlager, things like that. It legitimately tastes like you just ate a mouth of Red Hots.
But if you like Goldschlager, you'll love Fireball.
You will love Fireball.
Because I like Goldschlager.
So now for the number 5, because you got to get drunk when you're getting drunk.
I unfortunately cannot drink these anymore.
And I haven't had one in a long time. I will love one of these things.
So I make these better than anyone I've ever met. I unfortunately can't drink them anymore because this drink that I'm about to tell you,
chug it.
You have to slam it, and it's a good 10 or 12 ounces, and I would literally just explode. It is a flaming Dr. Pepper.
And it's so good.
Now, I'm going to tell you how to make a flaming Dr. Pepper right here, right now, for everybody.
Now, before he does this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the first time I saw this being put this was at our friend Beth and Ted's house, and we were in the kitchen, and they go, yeah, come in and try one of these flaming Dr. Peppers. And I look at all the stuff that's used, and I was like, there's no way that's going to taste like Dr. Pepper. You're all full of shit.
Yeah. So I'm making these flaming Dr. Peppers, and it's very simple. Step 1, you need beer.
And you need a cheap beer.
You need cheap beer. And, I joked about Busch Light earlier.
That's what we use.
We use Busch Light because, for some reason, the crappiest, cheapest beer
tastes
makes the best flaming Dr. Pepper. So I recommend Busch Light. Plus, it's cheap as hell.
Yeah, it is.
You need some amaretto. Now, don't go Di Serrano because that's...
Go mid-level.
But, don't go like the Two Fingers version of freaking amaretto either. Find something in the middle of the shelf.
You don't want the kind that you're going to see in a hobo's hands passed out dead in the street somewhere.
And the reason you don't want Di Serrano is because it's super expensive.
Yeah,
and
it is.
If you just want a shot of amaretto, and by shot, I mean a tumbler with a couple cubes of ice and you're sipping on it.
The cupier or any of the
oh, there you go. That'd be fine.
Those are fine.
So, very simple. You want to use a beer glass, a pint glass. You're not going to do a full pint of beer, but you want a pint glass because it actually matters.
Yep.
The glass you're going to use. You want a thin shot glass. You want to do a nice shot of amaretto. Now, on top of that amaretto, you are going to spend a little bit of money, but not much. You're going to
little bit of Bacardi 151.
You're going to drop 151, a layer on the top, and you're going to light that layer of 151 on fire.
Yeah, because I love to play with things that can burn my house down while I'm trashed.
Especially when you're drunk.
Now, you should probably have some legit. Have someone who knows how to do this.
Have a sober companion.
Yeah, absolutely. Please don't sue us when you set your house on fire because you got drunk and decided this was a good idea at the last second.
Have a sober companion. Take the shot while it's on fire. Wait till the white or till the blue of the flame goes almost out. So the flame is basically white. And the reason you do that is you've burned almost all of the 151. It's caramelized the very top layer of the amaretto. Yep. So you drop that right into the glass and you slam the whole thing back.
And it's awesome, and I swear by
it's Dr. Pepper.
It tastes just like Dr. Pepper.
It's Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite party drink to make. I can't make them anymore. I can make them. I can't drink them anymore, but it is my absolute favorite party drink to make.
Oh, it's so good. Now, this is my last one.
Yeah.
This is my getting drunk drink. Now, for a while, I was on a severe carb cut, and I was losing weight.
To get drunk quick. Get drunk quick.
Go ahead. Good.
Y'all, you have to realize this is 10 ounces of beer in like 7 seconds with a shot
plus
of amaretto.
Plus, even though it's burnt off, you're still getting the residual alcohol of the 151.
Yeah, so that's why it's a get drunk quick. You drink 2 of those in a hurry. Hello.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever done shotgunning beers, it's basically shotgunning beer with alcohol, with liquor. Yeah. So
play the Power Hour with Flaming Dr. Pepper sometime.
You will die.
Wait, they don't know what the Power Hour is?
We'll get to it. But so I used to be fat, and I lost a lot of weight. And when I was doing the weight loss stuff, there was a lot of stuff I couldn't drink. And if we were at the bar, and everybody wanted to do like a car bomb or something, I couldn't do it. Yeah. Because I couldn't have all the freaking carbs that car bombs involve. So I tried to find something that was a decent caloric substitute for it.
Okay.
And that was when I found what I like to call an apple of Eden. Now, there are many, many, many names for this, as it's turned out. But it's including a shot of Fireball and half a pint of cider. Generally, an organic and high-volume cider. You can also use Red's Apple Ale if you'd like. It tastes really good.
I like Red's Apple Ale.
And you do it just like a car bomb. You chug it. Now, here's the fun part and science behind that. Sugar in cider causes your blood to do what? When the sugar hits your blood, it causes the blood to actually congeal a little bit. Because, you know, your glucose level's high and low, right?
Your pancreas goes, oh my God!
And it starts trying to push your blood a little faster. Plus, the alcohol's pushing your blood a little faster. Yeah. And by doing that, it will get you drunk. Seriously. Don't ever try that on an empty stomach. I learned that lesson.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I have one more honorable mention. It isn't a beer.
Okay.
That is my... in fact, there's a disclaimer to this drink. You really only drink this if you're wanting to get completely shit-faced in
it's Natty Light. It's Natty Light. It's totally Natty
in
Light.
0.7 seconds.
What is it?
It's a shot. It's called a stoplight.
Ah. Boop, boop, boop. Red, green, yellow.
2 versions of a stoplight.
Yeah.
And there's 2 formats to a stoplight. The versions are either vodka-based or rum-based. The versions are...
I prefer the vodka-based ones.
I actually prefer the rum.
Not shocking.
I know. Although I do like Grey Goose. So if you're going to do a vodka-based stoplight...
I think Grey Goose is the absolute most overrated vodka out there.
Smirnoff is good too, by the way.
I will take Smirnoff or Svedka.
Svedka's all right. I go Smirnoff over Svedka, though. But anyway, so the 2 formats are either as a single shot, if you have a talented bartender who can layer it,
which is very rare for the stoplights.
Very rare, but if you get one who can, it is way better as a single shot.
It is.
The second is...
It's not as entertaining, though.
No. So I want to talk about the entertaining factor and why this is the drunky drunk in the drunkiest drunk drinks of the drunky drunk. I was on a date. This is 15 years ago now, almost. And
he's old.
Yeah, I know. I'd taken...
You're going to go into a bar to ask for one of these things, and they're going to look at you like it's...
Yeah.
I bet you know what? I can't even talk to make the you're old joke because there was a prohibition joke coming, and I couldn't even get to it. I got too excited. I was like a Cocker Spaniel, and I just peed on the rug. Continue.
So we were going to a comedy club in Johnson City. I'm not going to tell your name because you're really going to laugh at me at that point, maybe off camera. But I knew the bartender at the comedy club, and we were friends. I was friends with his wife more than him, but we knew each other. And I ordered 2 stoplights, one for me and one for her. He knows me. I mentioned that because he poured doubles.
Oh,
yeah. In tumblers.
Now, if you guys don't know anything, a tumbler is actually for mixed drinks. They're generally not used for shots.
They're for
because
sipping.
They're not for ounces. Yeah, that's
this tall of a
they're
glass.
Like this and this. I mean,
these were
no
full.
joke.
6 tumblers come out on the platter, right?
So you're talking 8 shots. Or I'm sorry, 6 shots.
I'm getting there. No, I'm gonna do the math in a minute. Ooh. So the comedian literally stopped his act when he saw this waitress lay these 3 drinks in front of me and 3 in front of her. Because this was a week's worth of drinking. Now, what's in it? I'm gonna say rum for now, but as you mentioned, vodka is a legitimate. If you're a vodka drinker, that's fine. But it's if you do it in this format, it's gonna be 3 shots of vodka, and on top of those, to make the colors, you're gonna do Midori, some sort of banana liqueur, and grenadine. Which
usually they can do 99 bananas.
99 bananas works too, right? I mean, just some kind of banana liqueur. The grenadine, that means that your red light is straight vodka or straight rum. I do
a little bit of sugar.
A little bit of sugar, making it red. These were full. That means that there was essentially 2, 4, 6 shots of rum, 2 shots of Midori, 2 shots of banana liqueur. So if you're doing the math, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's all do that math for a minute.
That's 10 ounces of booze, people.
Okay. You're supposed to drink these kabam, kabam, thank you, ma'am. So I looked at, I almost said her name. I looked at her and I said, you ready? And she goes, yeah. And I went, wham, bam, bam. I threw that 3rd glass down and I looked over and she's sipping the green light. I said, what the hell are you doing? She's like, I can't drink it all. And I was like, give me that damn glass. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Bam, bam. Yeah.
20 ounces of alcohol in less than 5 minutes will get you crazy drunk.
So this is...
And I wouldn't suggest trying it either.
This is a PSA, and that's why I said there's a disclaimer to this. Do not, and I repeat, ever drink more than 1 stoplight. There is a reason why if you order a stoplight, the bar will only sell you 1.
Yeah, because that's,
So I didn't just have to get a hotel room, because because this was in a hotel, this comedy club, I'm like, you realize that we're staying here tonight, right? Because,
there's no driving. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I mean, I kind of said that when we ordered the 1 stoplight, but after drinking 2, it was like, there's no amount of time I could sober up.
Nope.
And it was funny.
That is a night of
So don't do this. I tell this story because I literally sat in that chair. She said, well, you seem fine. It's because I haven't stood up yet.
When you stand up,
you don't understand. It's like as soon as I get up, it's all over. The equilibrium is gone. The drive is completely screwed. Navigation is completely gone. Oh my god! But it's a really good drink. It's fun. My friend Scott does them in reverse. He does.
Well, you should totally try it. No, don't listen to my story about me telling you how to do it.
Don't do a double. That's the thing.
And don't
drink more than 1.
Yeah.
Have a designated driver, and if you want to try a stoplight, and by the way, some bars won't even serve them.
That is true.
So don't be surprised if you go to a bar.
If you ask for one and they're like, no.
Because it is a dangerous drink, and in some cases, it's not that they won't just serve you 1; they may not serve you anything else.
You may be completely cut off,
and that has to do with responsible bartending.
Absolutely.
Which I fully am behind responsible bartending, and now I'm in my older years. I mean, I was in my 20s.
I'm also behind responsible bartending. I'm behind them chugging out of a flask that I brought in my pants, so that they can't see me.
So be careful. Have a driver. Don't drink stoplight. Just don't.
Yeah,
you know what?
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here this week. And that's best of.
Oh my God. It's another week of That Stupid Podcast. Like us on Facebook.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
And subscribe to us on YouTube.
And we'll see you next week.